I became super obsessive. I wanted to know who he was talking to, why he was still blocked on Instagram, all of this, right? And I decided to like look through his friends, like look through suggested friends on his profile, and I remembered a few names that I had seen on Facebook when I was still connected, and so I would click on the names somewhere like I was blocked from, blah blah blah. But I was trying to look for pictures of him, like pictures he was tagged in, or like recent pictures, just because I knew he was cheating on me, and even though he broke up with me, he still didn't care to admit it that he was cheating on me. So this is where the crazy part comes in, guys. The craziest part, because that wasn't even crazy. So he goes to tell me that so I'm looking through his social media, guys, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours later. I found her. I found the woman he was cheating on me with. I found her through her social media, and I found a whole bunch of pictures of him with her. First picture I found was just him, and I was like, no way. I click on him, he's tagged. There were pictures of them together, there were pictures of them kissing, pictures of her saying, my baby, he's so handsome. Guys, I wasn't even mad at that point. And this is the same night he broke up with me. Same day. I wasn't even mad at that point. I was relieved. Relieved to know I wasn't freaking crazy. Okay? I was like, guys, I was over the moon. I was so happy. I was ecstatic. And the first person I go to tell is my mom. And she goes, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, this is why you need to stay in school and stay educated and not be with boys. Yeah, that's what my mom tells me after I told her my boyfriend cheated on me. Anyway, so moving forward, I asked my friends, like, what should I do? I've never been cheated on. Like, should I tell her? Is it the right thing to do? Is it like, I would want to know. So I told her, right? I need my Wonder Woman coffee. All right. So I told her, but my friend told me, you need to tell her everything through Facebook, or through Instagram or whatever, because I found her Facebook too. And so I waited for the right time, waited for her to post something, and my friend said, you have to send everything though, because you can't give him the chance to give her doubt or whatever. And so I text her everything, like my suspicions, that I was with him longer than she was with him, blah blah blah. And this girl freaks out. She's like, who are you? What's going on? Blah blah blah. And so it takes me about 2 hours to convince this girl I was telling the truth. I sent her pictures, copies of the text messages from like days before we broke up, and she didn't believe me. She was on the phone with him saying, and she said that he. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, I can't jump forward yet. So she's on the phone with him and on the phone with his friends, and everyone's telling her that I'm lying, that I'm psychotic, that I'm not telling the truth, that I'm the crazy one. I'm still obsessed with him. I'm an ex that was who we broke up with a year ago, and I'm still crazy in love with him, and I just can't get over him, and I'm trying to ruin her relationship with him, and I just can't stay happy. This girl actually texted me saying, you may think you're still with him in your head, but you're not going to ruin my relationship with him because you're still in love with him. That's where I walked away from my phone and said, I give up on this woman. The end. I'm done. Right? But I forgot what I sent to her. I told myself, no, he's not going to win. I'm not going to sound like the psycho here, because he was making me sound like I'm a freaking maniac. So I'm not going to sound like the psycho here. This girl is going to believe me whether she likes it or not. So I forgot what I said to finally convince her I was telling her the truth. She said, here, call me. She sends me her number. I call her and I'm like, hey. She's like, hey, I get to know this girl. And later on, guys, I found out that she was lying about everything that she told me. She told me she had cancer. She told me she was studying to be a doctor. She had 4 jobs. It sounded really legit, and I was like, shoot, damn, I love this girl. My camera froze. All right. So anyway, we were comparing stories, and go to find out this girl lives upstate, where he said he was visiting his grandma. Right? He even sent me a picture of the grandma. Apparently, it was the girl's mom. Yeah, her mom was old. But, yeah, when he was going upstate, it was to see his grandma. So those text messages of "I'm bored, blah, 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 I miss you," was while he was with her. Yeah. And she said she remembers him, like, always texting when she was with him, and like, she would ask, "Who are you texting?" and he wouldn't show her, and I asked to see his phone, and he wouldn't show me either. We were just comparing stories. And this girl talks about how much she loves him. I was like, geez, I don't even love him. I've been with him longer than you. It's what, like 2 months? Yeah, it wasn't that long. So she's talking about how she loves him and how she was in previous relationships where guys cheated on her, and I'm like, didn't you learn your lesson? Like, all right, so this means you're gonna break up with him. She didn't break up with him. Anyway, so she asked me, throughout this conversation, she asked me, "What is your profession?" I'm like, "Well, I work at a diner, but I'm studying to become a teacher." And she goes, "You're studying to become a what?" I said, "A teacher." And she goes, "You're studying to become what kind of teacher?" And I said, "An elementary school teacher." "Why?" She said, "Did you just say an elementary school teacher?" And I go, "Yeah." She said, "You're not going to believe what he told me." He said that the pictures of the text messages between you guys that you screenshot and sent to me were photoshopped. The screenshots of the text messages with his phone number on it, right? That says, "Hey babe, I miss you, blah, 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 blah." They were photoshopped with his phone number on them. Because, ready? I am a digital media marketing major, and I specialize in Photoshop. He said he told her that me, as a student going to school to become a teacher for elementary school kids, to teach them how to read and write their ABCs, that I was a digital media marketing major, and I freaking photoshopped that. Guys, we kept comparing stories, and a lot of the stuff that happened between us started to make so much sense. The Instagram thing, he blocked me because she told me that he told her to stop, to post a picture of them together on her Instagram because he was tired of her getting messages from guys saying, "Hey, hit me up, blah, blah, blah." So she told him in exchange, "If you do that, then you have to post pictures of us on your Instagram." And he said, "Fine." And so he blocked me so he can post pictures of them together. Guys, it gets worse. Worse, right? Apparently, she said, I was mentioned before when they first started dating. She said he told her that this girl, me, you need to block her on Facebook because she is my crazy ex, and every now and then she tries to get back together with me, and she checks up on my life, and I don't want her to affect your life. So he told her to block me on Facebook a long time ago, and she said she was suspicious and she never blocked me. She was very suspicious of it. And I said, "Thank you, because you should have been suspicious." Then, apparently, she told me that his friends thought we broke up a long time ago. Apparently, he told his friends that after 2 weeks of dating that we actually decided that this wasn't going to work out and that we would just stay friends. He told his friends that, like, not 2 weeks, like I guess 3 weeks to a month of dating, that we weren't dating anymore, and we were just friends. That we stopped dating a long time ago. And then that later on I started to become obsessive. He told her this early in the relationship. He told his friends early in the relationship that we weren't even in a relationship anymore. Guys, things were adding up. This guy was fucking nuts. Sorry. This guy was freaking nuts. So, just to recap, he told the girl he was cheating on me with to block me on Facebook because I was a crazy ex who was still in love with him. He told his friends about 3 weeks into the relationship that we had broken up already and we were no longer together and that we were just friends, seeing each other every now and then. And then I started to become obsessive and I liked him way too much. Guys, I went from becoming an elementary school student. I heard that. I messed up. Guys, I went from becoming a student to become an elementary school teacher to becoming a digital media, I can't even speak anymore, digital media marketing major. Yeah. Guys, a whole bunch of crazy stuff happened. A lot more crazier stuff happened. I can't really remember because I'm telling you, this was a year and a half ago, but yeah. Guys, as we compare stories, I figured out that the time he told me, one of the times that he told me he was going to go see his grandma upstate, obviously he was talking to me and he was actually going to go see her, right? Another time that he told me he was going to go see his grandma upstate, he was on the way to a party upstate in her place, right? This one. He told me that his sister's godfather died and I had to leave early, right? Because he had to go talk to the family about what happened and get over all of these emotions. Then, like a week and a half from that, he tells me that he has to go to like a memorial or like the wake or something. He has to go to the wake. He tells me he has to go to the wake, right? A week and a half later, it's kind of late for a funeral, but fine, whatever. I'm not here to judge. I see the dude before he goes to the wake. He's dressed in a bright pink tank top, right? Bright pink, and like khaki shorts. And then he gets a phone call, and these people are yelling and stuff, saying, "Hey, we're gonna come pick you up soon." It sounded more like a party. Anyway, he tells me that those are his crazy cousins, blah, blah, blah. Guys, I found out that he lied both times, and it was the reason that he had to cancel me last minute both times. It wasn't because his sister's godfather died. I don't think anyone died. Who lies about death? And who goes to a freaking wake in khakis and a pink tank? Anyway, both times he went to go see his other girlfriend. Yeah. So guys, this is the story of my crazy ex. Maxine, by the way, didn't break up with him. She said he's a great guy and I don't want to break up with him. She drove over from upstate New York, took an hour and 45 minutes, she said, to go see him in New York, in Westchester, right? That's not where he actually lived, but I'm gonna give away his location. But yeah, she wants to go see him in Westchester, and he blocked me on Snapchat that day, and it was just a mess. And she said, "I'm gonna forgive him if he tells me the truth." I'm like, I just told you the truth. What is wrong with you? And you just told me that you went through 2 other breakups because. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little story or hoodie chronicle, and tune in for next time. Subscribe.